The operation is about to commence. Stand ready.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
The first contingency has already entered. Let us follow.
For the Crystarium!
There you are, sir. We have a good plan to say. Reinforcements! We need reinforcements! My men will occupy the enemy while we rescue them. Come, let us keep close to the wall.
On guard!
There, two! To arms! To arms! Damn it. Let's make this quick. We were starting to take some time. We just gotta pass with this rabble and keep moving. Nice deal, you know. We were told to avoid enemies, not fight. We do not have time. Lead him to the guard. Wilmore may boast the world's largest army. But for a woman to a poor woman, we are no less mighty.
Leave this to me! Now!
Crystarium scum! This is no token force. We were serious about it, didn't we?
Let's give them a show!
You can stand. You can fight. Push them back. There's someone standing there right now. We must press on lock the guard. Not will take a lot of time.
You're not alone.
You don't seem to be getting in. Sarah, Lena, go on ahead. We'll hold them here. Understood. With me, Sarah. Yeah, way is relatively clear. Good. There she is. Quickly, free her. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons. Made to the same specifications as Thangren's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. All this trouble because of me. I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until after we this gate. It's too quiet. Too quiet. Is that Ranjit? Please one more time. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. You will return to your No, I won't go back to that cell. It's for your own protection. Are you alright? I'm fine. I just can't move. Stay there while I tend to me. Hello, Douglas. Please, beyond me. We are out. We cannot maintain this onslaught fire. Be prepared to run.
Vanity!
You will do no such.
Be gone!
Now it's just you. Be careful, sir. You made it stir stuff. Will it be enough? Gukumats, do my bidding. You are no ordinary soldier.
Why do you persist in this folly?
Persistent. That I'm. I am your teacher. The game is up.
It's over!
Know your folly.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am? What?
Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Break!
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Ulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
Simple enough.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so. Poor thing. Poor thing.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let us have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Fairies, I take it. I was worried about the others back in Lakeland, but maybe I should be worried about us. I'm trying my best to remember. It feels like peering through fog. Helmeg is a fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is a home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, and lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Oriange. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift this spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find the village. Lead her around. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Mivilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds in our mission. You may consider her an ally. There was a plant that might help us, if I can remember what it looked like. Well, here we are, and the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, the games have already begun, in which case... There's a variety of plant native to these parts, which is with a distinctive furrow tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, and if a voice calls you, under no circumstances should you respond. You only subject yourself to further mischief. Remember, the plant has a furrowed tip. I cannot stress this enough, but do not respond to any voices you hear. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? Oh, you don't have a name? How very, very sad. I could have had so much fun with it. Not a soul in sight, yet I feel eyes all over us. seems some Sissado's orientation is quite overwhelming. I cannot take a dozen steps without forgetting whence we came. What is it you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Such a rude child and too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Oh, a visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps this one is hard of hearing. Ahem, what brings you here? Ah, stone deaf. How boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging our hospitality. And who are you to turn you away? Stay well. Stay forever. I take you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. And assume from your presence you managed to find us some looking grass. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility. Seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianji's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No! We are found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls! These two have been here before!
Look! Twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Play with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we? Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
help! Help me, I beg you! My brother's gone to Flisoran, a place we're told we must never set foot in. I thought about giving chase, but I'm scared. I'll run into that thing. But you're a big, brave woman. You're not scared of such things, are you? So please, find and bring back my friend. Ken Diof is his name, and if you already might catch them before they go to Flisoran. I'm to one of Orianje's friends. Have you business with me? Lad Ken is worried? Well, that's all well and good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it only makes me want to do it more. No one can stop me. You're back. Where's Ken Youth? Please tell me Ken Youth is alright. What? Concealed warning? They went to Flisoran and where you found only a strange animal. The shadows are true. Oh, Ken Youth, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. so hungry I may faint. Fruit, little fruit will set me alright. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should round up their sweet, succulent burdens. Oh, look at me! Look at me! I have a task for you. Little Ran is our beloved village, and you always wanted it to look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them there, and everywhere about the village. Simple as a simple, yes? Helping us grow flowers, are you? That'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here. A great big bustling place called Vilbert or Bulvert or some such. But sin eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then we pixies have been living here and have been giving the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Oh, mortal, purchase something from my shop. Spend your... What do you mortals tread these shops of yours anyhow? Shiny rocks or something, I expect. Very well. Spend your shiny rocks here. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty and need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing around our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmere Lake to draw out the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, be warned, the fowl make their home at the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. We wanted to Elmeg as 3 immortals, but we grew attached to them and we decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. You're done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This will help little Lauren live up to its name, which means Flower House in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow faithful, we decided to make our new home. The land of the everlasting spring. This is our home, and could be yours too. Forever and ever and ever. So hungry. Did you get the fruit? Oh, thank you ever so much. You've saved me. Yes, you saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. You've done me a great service, mortal. That's one thing we pixies are serious about, is having fun. dull and painful things. Hate them! Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. That's to avoid them altogether, you say. How goes it, Sarah? So, a mix of manual tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire about how much more there's more to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I have no doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Ariange once told me a story about pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, their source believed. Though they don't have memories of the previous lives, their desire to have fun remains, imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals with a pleasure for the years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. Soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that compose the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather in ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. Pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts were merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you become what you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies may become into being, we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, if they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me that we need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your tours, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed infinitely amenable to reason? Not during my chores, perhaps. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this veil old, if you please. Oh. Destination. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted gall, she might as well lock me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden law could do more with it more fire.
been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Phil Ool, the mold Phil. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village. There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that, hmm? All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Worry not. We shall be fine. Go and find Urianger. Send Urianger my good regards and tell him to live somewhere less annoying next time. We'll someday has away with the other pixies. For often known, I always say sake. Let us be quick. would be ashamed to return only to find them they had remained to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is an abandoned manor of nobleman and scholar. Bookman's Shelves, it is called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for a friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should find the place. Come on. See, there's a transition between less closer. I guess no. Yeah. It's been quite a while. I hope Oriange is well. And here we are at long last. I give you Oriange's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home.
Oriange, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already? That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then yalm by yalm, and malm by malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist, and those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's a chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Only one that uses correct
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leergear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
We will be much boasted for Oriange's company. Let me take care of this beforehand. Oh, you're Oriange's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand? You see, Oriange's home is drab and dull, and if I meant to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful, if you were to help out, it'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We usually tried with a valve for it, but seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's sunken church. While you take care of this, I'll go pick out us lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon! This outfit has a hard to tell, but it looks like a dagger. Nice. There you are. Did you manage to find the whirlweeds? Oh, look at these lovelies. I'll enchant these at once and make it so they can grow outside the water, and then plant them here and there. Meanwhile, I want you to decorate with these nut blooms. As to where they should go, yes, the stairs. That's a dull spot that's right for some cheer. When you've finished, come and let me know. Marvelous! This is sure to put a smile on Oriange's scowly face. I think I want to stay here forever and ever and ever. You're welcome to stay too, of course. There's plenty of room for you and all of your friends. My friend, ere I speak of the task I had, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Indeed, though the night might be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars still shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretches before us. For blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of that myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Liagia, we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting them unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Sarah, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a falcon known for its beauteous wings, the hawk. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Thou should find us a hawker nearby. Pray use the receptacle I have lent thee to capture a weakened specimen. There's no avoiding chores, is there? But better under Orianji than the Pixies, of course. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Ah, truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you. I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire. Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Thank the gods you arrived when you did. And later, I don't think you would have been able to live it down. You couldn't have returned at a better time. Pixies had just decided they would be amusing to have Alice and I exchange outfits. If you have a moment, be sure to show your appreciation to the twins. They've endured a great deal on our behalf. I did not ask what happened in my absence. As much as I should like to say for the reunion with Master Alphinaud and Mr. Salazar, we must wait. I've taken the liberty of presenting our gifts unto the Pixies. Let us see how well they are received. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We've scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest you've ever seen. You've done us all a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. So, what is it you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden in this land. To that end, we desire entry to Liagia. What a strange thing to wish for! You might as well ask for your death! But, if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been very busy, Oriange. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So, that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you could tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady. But the circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our homies. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now their king only in name, not the remains of the wise and just ruler they used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart when time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your death, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fouth, the stone scepter is with the Nomu, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. Facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. The quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie unto the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fouth. We call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. There's talk that there's an interesting mortal to come to Ilmek. Sarah Eaton or some such. It's you, isn't it? Don't even try to think to deny it. I'm Ulton, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone will fawn over me, and that would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to become the darling of Lida Ran. But everyone is so caught up with their flower smelling and mischief making, they don't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know much and more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular? Become the fairest pixie of them all. I'm already the fairest, I beg your pardon. And besides, we all can use glamours to change our appearance. The others won't be impressed simply because I look different. Oh, I have it. I might not be able to impress her with how I look, but I can impress her with what I know. I just need to read lots of books. And it just so happens there are lots of books in Oriange's home, a place called the Bookman's Shelves. Right, I'm going there at once. And you're coming too. I can't read your strange modes of writing, so I need you to do it for me. First week, Thunder's Day. Princess being partial to the lakefront view, it was decided that the noble lords and ladies would set out for a picnic. Having partaken of sweets, Her Highness ventured into the water, where she inspected her lip paint in the reflection. This caused the watching shepherds to remark the princess had used the lake as her hand mirror. Oh, that's a hand mirror lake on the south of here. That's how much me got its name. Who would all go all the way to the lake just to eat? Yet another silly thing you mortals do. We pixies don't much like being here. Too dusty, musty, and close. So quickly, pick out some books and read them to me. Good Gianna's Grace was named for Her Royal Highness Princess Gianna, daughter to the king 3 generations prior. In the dark of night, that mountain pass catches the light which shines forth from the castle, giving the impression of the princess's beautiful eyes in jade. Eyes of jade? That sounds lovely! If the princess were here, I would ask her for them. On the occasion of the 300th year of the founding of Voerburg, a grand celebration was held in Grune's Lift. No expense was spared. For the course of the festivities, guests were lavishly feasted and regaled with wondrous performances. Yet amidst all the pomp and pageantry, naught was more stirring than the recitation of the Oath of the Covenant. In honor of the alliance between John and Galtant, upon which the kingdom was built, representatives of each race took to the podium. It was a sight to draw tears from all who looked on. Filbert. Blah! What strange names you mortals have. Ilmeg sounds so much prettier. And his kingdom of rainbows. Well, I certainly learned lots of new things today. Things the others don't know. I'm going to go and share it with everyone. They'll think I'm so clever. I'm sure to become the darling of the other land. Hee. Just when we thought Ulthona was off doing their own things as usual, they suddenly come in and round us up. Mortal, I told him that the people of the past, but they were the least bit impressed. Well, why should we pay any mind to those who were long dead? Much more fun thinking new riddles while sipping nectar. Speaking of which, we found this really sweet smelling flower recently. We were just about to go and collect this nectar if you wanted to join us. No, I don't want to join you. I want you to admire me. Stranger is stranger. Alright, suit yourself. That didn't work at all. They didn't think any better of me. But I won't give up. Not yet. I'm going to be popular, mark my words. Through the gate lieth the domain of the Falth. What a lot of leafmen. I was about to say the Falth couldn't be any more unreasonable than the Pixies, but that's just asking for trouble. During our soldiers in Omeg, we avoided the lake at all costs. Let that suffice you to warn you of its dangers. I was taught never to talk to the Father in any circumstances. Are you sure this is a good idea? Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. No one talking to move, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. With the Falth are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred seems like an eel, but what about you, Manvillian? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Oriange? I'm not sure if I've ever asked. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to be walk on the surface by means of magic. You too, Oriange. That you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I would be more than happy to share them with you. Together we should conquer the waves. Well, well, on to your lively lot. And you have an eternity for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals. I, my comrades, and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Ground, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us at all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us, for we felt it is over before it's begun. We couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor of the world for that matter. Having said that, we do seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, and come hither to our domain, Dunmeg. And your tongue means forbidden realms, sounds forbidding us. And so it should, for we are one with the water, a home wrought with ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we'll give you the crown.